I'm David Reed, and this is The Engine Room. Hello and welcome back to another Engine Room. We have a very special guest today, but before I say his name, I'm going to say around and round the ragged rocks, the rugged rascal ran. Rodney Reed.
All right.
Rodney Reed, welcome.
Thank you. I'm not familiar with that alliteration.
It is a vocal training in Scotland, actually.
Okay.
I don't know if it's everywhere, but
All right.
Rodney Reed.
I'll try that before the next.
Give it a shot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very Scottish Rodney Reed.
Okay.
No one's called Rodney in Scotland, by the way. It's an English name, but that's okay.
All right.
You don't know these things. Anyway, Rodney Reed, this is about
you.
you.
Can say that. That's right.
So the other Reed. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me. And I've seen a lot of these over the years, so excited to be part of it. So,
yeah, we are too.
Thank you.
Learn a bit about you. Where are you from?
I'm from a small town in Scotland, like the other Reed.
Yeah.
Grew up in rural North Louisiana.
North Louisiana.
West Monroe, yeah. So you're probably more familiar with the southern part of the state, and you've probably had some good friends over the years from Louisiana.
I have.
It's a fun group.
It's different.
That's fun. It's fun.
Somewhere between Texas and Mississippi.
That's right. But our just to paint the picture, our claim to fame would be if you've watched the television show Duck Dynasty. The guys with the beards.
That's you guys?
That's West Monroe.
Is it?
Yeah. So now the shows sometimes sensationalize a few things, but generally it's
not far off.
Gives you a picture. So a lot of hunting and fishing and sports growing up. But
is that a small place? West Monroe?
It's small. Yeah, probably 15,000, 20,000 people or so. My dad was a principal of high school, so it was.
Oh, really?
Generally, if your parent is in that position, either you get away with a lot or get away with nothing, and it was more get away with nothing. So, small town, sort of one school, town. So
is Monroe really big?
Monroe, yes, it's probably like 60,000 people. 60,000.
Is there a
people.
Monroe?
Oh yes,
Is there really? Okay,
right across the river.
I'm fully have no clue.
That's
obviously.
right. That's right. But when you grow up in a small town like that, it's just fantastic. So
what's the river?
The Washita River.
Okay, just check.
So if you drink the green bottles of Mountain Valley water. That's from the Washita Valley.
Are you very proud of those green bottles?
Well, they're from Arkansas.
Oh, you
actually.
hate those people.
Yeah, they're from Arkansas. No. But
those people.
That's right.
Yeah.
But,
small town.
Small town, and a lot of my upbringing, time spent. We really didn't hunt and fish like most of my friends did. It was mostly sports driven. So
sports.
Yes. So grew up and
competitive brothers, sisters.
I've got one older brother and 7-year age difference. So not a lot of competitive there just because the age difference. But I'd say growing up was a heavy focus on school and education. And then after school was a pretty heavy activity on sports. So,
did you get to choose, or were you like, this is what you're doing?
I'd say early on there was some strong encouragement, and then after you kind of find what you enjoy doing and develop friendships and those types of things, that that kind of carries on. And look, that sort of upbringing in terms of being part of a team from a young age gives a lot of foundational pieces, which I've always tried to carry on. So,
So really nothing but sports.
Yeah, I would say that was a big part of growing up. Like to fish and like to play baseball and play football. And,
baseball, football. Were those the two? In your
those were the two
high school years?
Those were the two, yes. And then
probably junior. I don't know. When did you start what?
Yeah, probably like junior high, middle school, whatever it's called now. But that, and then had an opportunity to go to LSU, Louisiana State University.
Oh, is that what that is? Is that in Monroe?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that the Monroe College?
That's right. And
LSU is a large college.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Not everyone knows.
University.
I call it college, but sorry,
right.
that's a British error.
Yeah.
University.
But in Baton Rouge. And so...
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
So French.
Yes. Red Stick.
Yeah, Red Stick. Famous for the big red stick.
That's right. But, I'd just say that sort of upbringing in Louisiana certainly shaped a lot of
Were you
of
like going university targeted? Like, was your dad like, hey, you can go wherever you want as long as it's LSU?
Yes.
Was your family was all?
Well,
or was
no.
Did you come from a family not?
No. My father grew up in a large family, 11 brothers and sisters, and couple went to university, and then my older brother, but none had gone to LSU.
Oh, okay. So there was no pressure.
No. Well, pressure to stay in the state, yes, but not pressure in terms of any sort of lineage or something like that.
Yeah.
But,
so that's something not everyone knows, but people get into. Like they're once they're in a university, like they're pressing their kids to do the same.
Right.
Which that's not internationally, the way everyone behaves.
Right, yeah. But growing up, or going through high school, going through the sort of college recruiting process, basically as soon as LSU offered, it was that was it. That was it.
Easy.
And great time and university and similar sort of focused on school. Went into the business school and decided to major in accounting.
How did that happen?
Well, I
you didn't get on with other people, and they said, "Hey, maybe accounting's for you."
Right. No, I wanted to do something in business. I didn't really know what. And
your numbers, obviously, you're loving.
Yeah, well, and I just checked with a couple of professors and a couple of mentors, and they said a good hard discipline would be accounting, and so I wanted to pick something that would be a challenge and be difficult. So really enjoyed doing that, and then sort of carrying on from that sort of sports thing. Had the opportunity to play football at LSU for 5 years, and
which is a big deal.
Yeah, well,
not everyone gets that opportunity, so you must have been all right.
Yeah, well, okay. And,
you were okay.
Yeah, and but early on, I'd say where that program is now relative to where it was, like my first year there, just talking about dealing with change. The football team was 3-8, which is not a good record.
Yeah, okay, good.
And the whole coaching staff was let go, and then
turmoil and change.
Turmoil the very first year. So freshmen, 4 hours away from home, which is a long way from a small town.
It's long enough.
Yeah, and then coaching changed, and then brought in kind of somewhat of a lesser known coach at the time, Nick Saban, who's very well known now.
Who's that?
But
I only know because you've mentioned it when things come up, but it's a big deal, right?
Yeah,
Nick Saban was one of the greats, right?
Yes. So a bunch of national championships, probably the most in college football history. And but I always say early on coming in, we were all kind of in this together, proving ourselves out. But now you look at that lineage of what Coach Saban went on to, I think we have 2 assistants that were NFL head coaches, 4 other assistants that were college football head coaches. Our chancellor was the president of the NCAA, et cetera. Our athletic trainer started a very successful baseball bat company, Marucci baseball bats. So new sports.
That whole structure, so for people outside of the U.S., like the universities and the success of their football or any program means money to them, right?
Yeah. So I'd say the economic and good point. I mean, in the U.S., the attachment to the university and the sports program, especially at some of the larger universities, is very important from a economic perspective, just from a school experience perspective.
Right. So you were loaded because LSU was serious about we've got win some things here to?
Well, not personally, because you're not able to at the time pay any college athletes at the time. Now the current structure.
Oh, do they get paid now?
Is a bit different.
I assume they didn't,
right.
But they do. Okay.
Yeah, so that's right. That's right. That's
wow.
it. So,
no, I meant that it's important for them because it helps the school.
Yeah. Right.
So,
right.
I mean, they're all pressure's on. And everyone wants to see their school win some championships.
That's right. That's right.
Because it sounded like you had a stacked deck. As you were describing it, it was like basically they were stacking the deck to win. Yeah.
And so those that sort of shaping a lot of my formidable years from 18 years old to 22 years old, you still carry on a lot of those life lessons. I can still see the signs in the locker room about football doesn't build character; it reveals it. No excuses, no explanations.
So those things are foundational to who you are.
Yes, and just the lessons that you learn there, you carry on, process oriented, not results. Don't look at the scoreboard. Don't worry about playing the next play, even if you had success previously. And those same lessons.
That's amazing.
In business, I still hold true. Yeah. So and just being part of a team. I mean, when you're part of a team, it doesn't matter what your background was, right? Yeah. I mean, everybody is in this together,
right.
And you're working hard together, all with that same mindset. Yeah. And so those are some key foundational points that I still have carried on.
So how did you do? Were you good? Were you bad? Were you worst?
I was okay. Yeah, I was okay.
Football doesn't have a bench, right? So
that's right. Yeah. There's a bench.
There is a okay.
Yeah,
so you're like either in or out, right?
That's right. Yeah, but we had a great run there when I was at LSU. We won 2 conference championships. My senior year, we won a national championship.
Wow!
And so that was a great experience.
Yeah.
And
so the team did well. You were part of you were playing all the time.
Yeah. Had a good career. Now that sort of quickly translated into more reality. I always say when you leave college, then you start to get your first job. Yeah. And
so you didn't play NFL then?
Well, I did for a very short period of time.
Okay.
So. The NFL would be the next step. So I was not drafted. I was a free agent.
Okay.
And I always tell people, talking about adversity, I got fired from my first 4 jobs. People always ask, like, well, why'd you quit playing football? It's like, well, they told you to come in, turn in your playbook and your key fob, and you're not allowed to come back to the facility.
Yeah.
And so so I was with 3 different teams my first year, and then Coach Saban got the job in Miami, and so I was there during that next off-season training camp, and then got released right after training camp, and then so you have to adjust and overcome that, and then but good thing that accounting
had accounting
portion that we talked about
that worked out. You did do. You sometimes think, do the football players really do well in school?
Yeah.
Were both good for you?
Yeah. I mean, I was very focused and was able to be at LSU for 5 years. So my first 4 years, I got my undergrad in accounting, and then the last year, get my master's in accounting.
Okay, great.
So I really wanted to take advantage of the opportunity to get an education, and that certainly paid off when I quit playing football when I was fired for the last time. I came to Houston.
Was that a hard time?
Yeah, that's a profession that is not a 30, 40-year profession.
Right.
I'd say that
you always know there's going to be an after.
That's right.
But early on, you probably had hopes, and so that must have been tough.
Sure.
Be like, I guess this isn't it.
This is it. That's right. Yeah. And so and with that being a large part of your life, playing that from junior high, high school, college. That's right. Yeah. And so you quickly adjust.
Yeah.
And luckily, I was thinking ahead and making sure that I had a good backup plan. Yeah. And
so, what was the job after getting fired a number of times?
Yeah. So I left Miami. It was I got released right as Katrina was coming across. Hurricane Katrina, came across the Florida peninsula, Miami, and then went up through New Orleans. And so it was like 2 days after that had passed through Florida as it was going to New Orleans. So I remember I was had my car, so I drove from Miami up Florida across, and then had some extra gas tanks, thankfully, and made it back to Louisiana. And then a couple weeks later started at Ernst & Young in Houston. So
you know what? Without knowing, my first question would be, did you go to Ernst & Young? Because they're like, accounting. That's who I thought of.
Yeah. So
you did, yeah.
Yeah, so had a great time there. Spent 10 years at Ernst & Young.
Yeah. What were your roles there?
Yeah, so I was in our audit group, so auditing financials for companies, and really enjoyed that experience. So.
It makes sense. You're a people person, honestly. Because I do think accounting sometimes, hardcore accounting in a room, like getting stuff done.
Yeah.
But I think you have that people person thing, so it makes sense that you do audit.
Yeah. So served a variety of different industries and clients here in Houston. Always based in Houston.
Oh, okay.
And so software to large distribution companies to oil field services, and NOV was a client. And
you were Ernst & Young to NOV.
Correct. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I took the lead when you said we were a client. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's right. So for several years, got to know the team well, and I really enjoyed my time at EY. I never thought I would leave.
Yeah.
But when you observe things, when you're at different clients over time, NOV was always one that you just admired from a relationship perspective, how you saw people interact with each other, the character integrity that the company operated with, the focus on technology, the focus on innovation, really execution on results. And so...
you just liked everything about it. You're like, I like these guys.
Yes. So had a really good relationships, and then had the opportunity to come over July 1st, 2014. Yeah. So that's when I joined NOV.
You at least got a few months in.
That's right. So
you're like, what is happening? Yeah. So what was your first role?
Yeah, I came over and for about a year ran internal audit.
Okay.
And so great position.
Obvious connection.
Yeah. Great position where you get to see a lot of the company, interact with a lot of the business units, the segments, and the audit committee. So that was a fantastic role for a year. Then had the opportunity to run our corporate development, our M&A.
That's a different step.
M&A strategy group. Yeah, and so that's what I always say is having the opportunity in 11 years here to have 5 different positions.
Yeah.
A lot of change during that time.
Yeah.
It's just always wanting to focus on your job right now, because I always say the best opportunity to get the next job is to do great in your current job.
Everything's locker room.
Yeah, so just
all the stuff you learned.
Yeah, that's right. So just be
passionate
about focusing on your job.
Yeah.
Be passionate on about your team. How can I make a difference?
Yeah.
And the continued focus on
what's
that.
in front of me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so
in
it's
fact,
those
I would say in
same
the company
lessons.
that's the theme for success is do your job.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't ever, if you're distracted with another job or what you want to do or what else, just do your job.
Yeah,
and do all right.
Going back to your point, David, about just those same lessons with Coach Saban, we always talked about that same thing. At different parts in your career or during the season, you're going to be asked to do different things. And when you're asked to do that, that's part of the team.
Right.
So do it to the best of your ability.
There you go.
And so...
it's amazing because Coach Saban would be considered one of the great leaders, in the U.S. And you got to be under him, which is probably a big secret to your learning. That's great. So you're doing acquisitions, just so people understand the role.
Yeah. So doing...
what ones were you involved in?
Several. So we did a lot of transactions during that time. 2016, 17, 18.
Oh, yeah.
And
some big ones.
Yeah. So we built out a few different businesses. When you think about some of the areas on the offshore construction, marine side, on Gusto, on Remacut, on Fjords, which process systems now. So that sort of group of companies, we built out a completion tools business.
Oh, yeah, right. That was with you,
yeah, and
very cool.
Several others. So that was a great experience. Again, you get to interact with the broad set of the organization. Had a great time in that. Just a great team. That's the other characterization that I'd always say in every position. It's been great. I've been passionate about each job, but what makes each job special is the team that you interact with, because each job is a little different, but the commonality is you get to learn from the team and be part of the team, and that's just what I've always enjoyed about any role. So corporate development, M&A for 3 years, and we built out a few acquisitions on the completion tool space.
Nice.
And then after 3 years there, had the opportunity to go.
There's something about you as well, I'm going to say, that is, I saw in Clay. You loved the companies that you bought.
Yes.
When you buy them, you have to be cold-hearted. I'm buying this company.
Yes, that's right.
But you care deeply and understood them, which I always like in an acquisition.
And these companies that we've acquired, as you know, has been we've had great brand identity, but a lot we've continued to have the same leaders in the businesses for many years.
True.
And so the acquisitions, I go back and look at the companies that we acquired with those entrepreneurs. A lot are still here, and a lot are still really good friends. Because when we look at M&A, you try to think about 2 or 3 things. One, obviously, as you say, valuation. It's got to be valued correctly.
There's a cold part to the job.
Sure.
It has to be.
Yeah, there has to be the right technological differentiation. What's the competitive advantage, and then think about how we're going to be a better owner.
Right.
But really, also at the end of the day, and you have to take a view on the macro and the market in terms of saying, like, hey, we want to invest in this area because we see some growth. But again, I go back to sports. Coaches don't win games, players do.
Yeah.
The sort of football expression that we have, when you draw up plays, you draw up X's and O's, you know, and so we used to say it's not about X's and O's, it's about Jimmys and Joes. It's about the players on the team.
Right.
And so when you think about acquisitions, you're
it's people.
Yeah, you're betting on the technology, you're betting on how we can integrate that to make it better. But a core part of that is how can we invest in that team to make that team better. Yeah. And that was a great experience. And then got to go join.
You got fired again.
That's right. So then got to join the completion tools team, and that was fantastic. That was
which is nice because you did some of the acquisitions, maybe all of them. I don't know, but then they're like, prove it.
That's right.
You think this is good?
Yeah. That team is just fantastic, and learned a ton there, and
had a great growth spurt.
Really enjoyed that. High growth. Got into some new geographies, good tech roadmap, and had a fantastic time with just great people.
And just to say that as a strategy, it was kind of odd for us because there was plenty of large players in the completion tools world who you were having to kind of make your way into as a new player. So
and part of what we were thinking in sort of 2014, 2015 is when you looked at the composition of our revenue, very heavy drilling oriented revenue.
Right.
And so how can we get more into some of the production space? How can we get more in completions, but still leverage who we are? What's core to us? And I think getting into some of those areas, when you think about what's happening now in the market on the production, the processing side of things, and on completions, we didn't want to go compete against everybody. We wanted to kind of be focused in a couple of areas, in particular on some of the multi-stage frac part, which is also translating into some of the international unconventional growth.
Opens doors.
Right. And so great 3 years there. And then
and you got fired again.
That's right. And then change again. So September 2022, joined the PFT team, Process Flow Technology, and at the time we had three three businesses there. Our production midstream business.
I'm just going to sneeze. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
You have to edit that or not. Who cares?
That's
I didn't sneeze.
That's right. Our production midstream group, our APL group, and then process systems. And so, again, the characterization, just a fantastic team, fantastic technologies, high growth opportunities on the production side of things. Yeah. And so that was really fun.
A lot of Europeans for you.
That's right. That's right.
A lot of travel.
Yes. And so during that 2.5 year period or so, a lot of time on the road. A lot of that business was more project based. Right. Europe, Asia, a lot of growth throughout the Middle East. Yeah. And so so a lot of
very cool.
A lot of fun there. And then so since March, came back into corporate as the CFO. So again, step back in there, the sort of ease of transition. You've got the former two CFOs that are about 15 feet away from you.
Is that good or bad? I don't know.
It's good. It's good.
Like they're helping every day.
It's good.
You know what you should do?
Yeah. And then just the familiarity with the team. I mean, I've known Trevor for more than 15 years. The same with Christy and Gordy and Amy and Nari and the team. Just a fantastic team. So that just continued that sort of same mindset. So
it was an easy step.
Yeah.
I mean, and change.
Yeah, and the team.
Everything else
easy.
Was. Yeah. You seem to have had connection all the way, which is good.
Yeah, and throughout all that, it's just a matter of saying like, hey, I never took a job for a next step. I always took a job just to kind of say
you weren't career building.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. Let's be passionate about it. Let's invest in our team, our people. I love this company. Like I love NOV. I love our team.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And so just a strong passion about our brand and where we are. And with that passion, you say, how can I help? Just tell me where I can create the most value for the organization, and I'm going to go in and spend time with that. Under that mindset of we have to be competitive, right? So I mean, like we're here to win, and so we have to have that technology R&D spirit, which you've been a part of for a long time. And just that competitive spirit of winning. It's going to be us or a competitor, and so we need to win. And then you take a step back and say, well, how do we do that? We have to have the right team, the right product and technology, and building those pieces. But it comes down to the core of want this company to be great and want to help the team maximize their potential. So,
love it. All right. Well, we are near the end.
Okay.
That was pretty fast, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It always feels like a short period. Advice for others on their, you've given a lot already. Yeah. But just generally, working at your career, looking at what you're doing, what's kind of your top, let's say top three?
Well, I'd say one is just passion. Passion about what you're doing right now. So, is
that a mindset?
I think so. Just pouring your heart and spirit into what you're doing to make that particular area that you're focused on great. Yeah. And so I think that's not a career in terms of like, well, that helps you move to the next step. It's just a mindset.
And I think we've said career is like career shouldn't be the goal because career's coming. If you perform, career's coming.
That's right. So I'd say that sort of passion about what you're doing. Yeah. I mean, we work a lot, so having fun and
enjoying it
and what you're doing, enjoying it.
Yeah, I will say you enjoy people, which I think is like also a choice. Like you can decide that. Right. What's wrong? I think everyone has that in them to know what's wrong. Yeah. But finding what's good and what's possible is good. Passion's really important.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I'd say just people. Like so.
If you give me 3 P's, I'm going to be really impressed. So let's go. People, passion, people.
Okay.
Take your time while you're saying people stuff.
I'm going to change the next one. So, but yeah, no, I say again, a early lesson is trying to be impactful and impactful to the people around you. And so we used to give this example of tell me you like music, right?
I do,
so
yeah.
tell me the last 3 Grammy Award winners.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. That's not my kind of music.
You don't know. But if you go through sort of, the top 3 of things that you really enjoy,
right?
Like you really can't think of it. If I ask you, tell me 3 people that positively impacted your career, you could do that quickly.
Yeah.
And so just that focus on...
Just made me feel happy just saying that.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but just focus on investing in the team and people.
Yeah.
And then, just that sort of the last piece is the competitiveness, the process-oriented. Don't be focused,
We're
so much.
Call the 3rd P process.
Yeah, that's right.
Just competitiveness is good, but it's a C, so it doesn't get in.
But don't be terribly focused on the results. Think about the journey and the process, because
there you go, process.
that's right. In a volatile industry that we're in, the scoreboard changes sometimes, right? Like everything is not up and to the right in this industry.
Right.
And when things aren't up and to the right, you still have to focus on the right things that still mean success. Yeah. And sometimes that doesn't mean 20% up or these metrics that we're always looking at. It is, how can we improve our business? How can we improve our team?
Yeah.
And so just focus on the process, and then the results take care of themselves over the next couple of years. But just like
passion, people, process.
Yeah,
it's your T-shirt.
It was really not intentional.
I know it wasn't. That's why. Once you did 2 Ps, I'm
That's
like,
right.
oh, you're in, dude. Like we're getting the 3rd P.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But and just I don't know how much more time we have, but just I was sharing this with a couple people 2 days ago, earlier this week. Is just I think the setup we have right now in terms of the organization, the team in place, the technology, where the market's heading, it's super exciting. Yeah. Super exciting. I mean, this is a super exciting time for NOV, and really excited about it. So all based on the strong team we have.
Yeah. So. And that's through our toughest years. You've brought passion. You've brought that, focus on people and what was the 3rd one?
Process. Yeah, process.
That's it. Now for the rest of your life. We better be hearing those 3.
All right.
That's good. Well, excellent. Thank you. Appreciate you being on. Very interesting story, and look forward to having you back sometime, which we will regularly because you're going to be on the
yes, I'll see you
earnings call follow-up. So
a few weeks.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks for coming.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you next time.